Chapter 29. I gazed at the twirling hook in front of my face as it moved faster and faster in a small circle. I couldn't take my eyes off it. My body started to feel strange, as if it was beginning to shrink. And I couldn't do anything to stop it. Sean and I would soon be trapped in boxes too. Then, suddenly, the hook stopped moving. The room came back into focus. I blinked away my dizziness, and I saw that Jack and all the pirates were staring wide-eyed and open-mouthed at the wall. Sean and I turned and followed their gaze. A cry escaped my throat as I saw an arm poking through the wall from outside, a bony arm wrapped in a torn shirt sleeve. "What on earth?" I murmured. The arm poked straight through the wall, followed by a shoulder, then a man's chest. And as we all stared in silent shock, a man slid into the room. But not a real man, not a solid man. He appeared to be made of smoke. I could see right through him. He stopped in front of the wall and stared around the room. His shirt and trousers were tattered, nearly in shreds. His eyes were wide and unblinking. They were solid white, like two eggshells. His beard was tangled and knotted. His long, patchy hair fell to the sides of his face. I realized I was holding my breath. As the man took a step forward, I could see that some of the skin was missing on his forehead. I could see a square of his gray skull underneath. He was drenched from head to toe, and his clothes dripped water onto the floor. Slowly, he raised a bony finger and pointed it at Captain Jack. Who are you?" Jack demanded, squeezing Celeste in his arms. It took the man a long time to answer. His mouth moved up and down, but no words came out at first. Water dribbled out over his tongue. "I am Danny Lubbins," he said finally, his voice a terrifying whisper, like crackling leaves. "I am Danny Lubbins. 300 days at sea and never made it to shore. But I'm here at last. Here at last." Celeste's eyes went wide. She tilted her head, suddenly alert. "Give me my cat!" the ghost cried, shaking a bony finger at Captain Jack. "Give me my cat, or I'll take all of you to the grave with me." Captain Jack's eyes bulged in terror. He dropped Celeste to the floor. His whole body shook as he pointed his hook. You're a ghost?" The ghost nodded. More water rolled out from his mouth. "I'm the ghost of Danny Lubbins, and I've come for my cat." Captain Jack went pale. His shoulders slumped. His body started to collapse. I'm afraid of ghosts," he murmured. "And I'm afraid of the grave." That's when the room went crazy. The pirates began to scream and slink back. Captain Jack backed up, his mouth open, frozen in horror. He stumbled over a box and fell to the floor. The pirates' screams rang off the low ceiling. I watched in amazement as Jack and the pirates all grabbed boxes off the floor. In their terror, they began to shrink. It took only a few seconds. Sean and I stood with our mouths open as the tiny pirates jumped back into their jack-in-the-boxes and slammed the lids shut after them. The room was suddenly silent. I pressed my hands to my cheeks and stared in disbelief. The pirates were gone. One box stood by itself against the back wall. It popped open, and the puppet-sized Uncle Jim sprang up. "Oh, wow!" I cried. Uncle Jim grew quickly until he regained his normal size. He blinked several times, shaking his head, dazed. Then he hurried over to us. And then the three of us watched as Celeste jumped into the ghost's arms. "Goodbye, and thanks," she called in her scratchy voice. And the ghost of Danny Lubbins disappeared back into the wall and vanished with the cat. It was all too much, too frightening, too crazy. I struggled to catch my breath. "Well, well, a busy day," Uncle Jim said. He squinted at Sean and me. "How are you kids doing? Sorry I didn't check in sooner. Don't know where the day went. Hope you weren't bored."
Slappy here. Uncle Jim seems a little out of it, if you ask me. Where has he been living? In a box? Do you know the best thing about being a jack-in-the-box? It's always springtime. Get it? That's one of Slappy's little jokes. Jack the Knife and I have a lot in common. For one thing, we both like canaries. Only I like mine cooked and served on rice. Well, don't worry, slaves. I'll be back soon with another Goosebumps story. Remember, this is Slappy's world. You only scream in it.